Hey guys, I'm gonna be talking about an interesting story today. Hey guys, I'm gonna be talking about an interesting. Hey guys, I'm gonna be telling a pretty interesting story that's happened to me and my dad. Probably the spookiest thing that's ever happened to me. I wouldn't say like the most terrifying. I wasn't like scared for my life or anything, but it's definitely one of the strangest things, and it's something that I can't explain. And I don't really have a lot of these types of stories. I maybe have like one more to tell after this, maybe later down the line if this video does good. Before I tell the story, I'm just going to give a basic layout of my house because it's going to be pretty important to the story. So, the wall behind me, if you were to go through that wall right there with my gun, there would be a bathroom. And then if you were to go farther down, that'd be my parents' bedroom. And then right outside my door, there's the stairs for the downstairs and stuff like that. So that's just the basic layout of the house. It's kind of what you need to know. So it was maybe probably I'd say maybe a year or two ago. I was probably like a junior in high school, maybe a sophomore. But it was late at night, and I think it was a weekend, and I was just sitting watching some movies. And my family are night owls. We'll be up at like 2 in the morning grabbing snacks. It's whatever. So it's common for me to hear people like in the house at night. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching some movie, and I hear what I think to be my dad going down the stairs, and I don't think anything of it because it happens all the time. It's not like a strange thing that someone's up in the middle of the night. It's not weird. So I hear him, he comes back up or whatever, and I don't think anything of it. But then I hear him go back down again, and I still didn't think anything of it. He forgets things all the time, right? So this keeps happening though, which starts to make me kind of feel weird. I just hear it up the stairs, down the stairs, up the stairs. I hear this walking around, and it's weird. It's certainly I didn't think about it at the time, but in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, like that's kind of strange. Like I wonder what he's doing. So maybe not even 10 minutes go by, and all of a sudden I just hear a bang, and I heard it from what I assume to be my parents' bedroom, like their bedroom door. I hear like a bang. So the door slams, and at this point I like it made me jump. It was so loud, and I mean they're like two rooms down. It was loud. I figured like maybe my dad was mad. Maybe he lost a game of 2K or something. I didn't know, but I wasn't gonna go in there because it's not really any of my business. Maybe like 5 minutes go by, and my dad comes in my room, and he said, "Why'd you slam my door?" Whoa! I was like, I haven't been like I've been in my room all night. I'm like, why? Like, were you walking down the stairs a bunch? And he's like, Carson, I've been asleep like this whole time. He goes, I went to bed at like 9. So we both kind of freak out, and that's just from my perspective. What my dad saw, that's probably the scariest part. So I'll tell you from my dad's perspective. So he was asleep the whole time up until he heard the door slam. So I assume, I don't know, I assume their door was open and it slammed shut. It slammed shut, and he kind of wakes up in like a daze, where he don't really know what's going on. And he didn't think anything of it either. He just kind of got freaked out. He was like, why is Carson slamming my door? So he opens his eyes, and he says, on the wall, he sees like a shadow. And he still wasn't scared because he thought it was me. He said he saw a shadow. So he said, like, what is it, Carson? And then he kind of finally opens his eyes a little bit, wakes up, and he sees that no one's in the room. And at that point, he got like a really bad feeling. Like he said he couldn't describe it. It was just dread. It's like what you hear all the time. He kind of freaks out, so that's when he goes into my room, and we figured this whole thing out. And I still don't know like what could have happened. I mean, I guess you could say like a draft got the door. I don't. I mean, I don't think that's possible. I'm not saying I believe in ghosts or I don't believe in them. I think it's certainly possible. I do believe that there is strange things out there that we can't describe. That's one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me and my dad. This house has never been lived in besides us. So it's not like it would be like it's not like an old like house, I wouldn't say it would be like haunted. But we have had strange things happen. I mean, there are people that we've known that have like passed away and stuff. So if you believe in that type of stuff, I guess it could be that. But I still don't know to this day what it could be. I've had strange things happen in this house, like things falling, stuff like that. I do have a pretty interesting story to tell that involves a cop, actually, that came to our house because we were so scared. But other than that, though, I don't really have any other stories. I'll probably tell that one later. I don't have any proof either. I didn't film it or anything, so I guess you're just gonna have to take my word for it. But I think it's a good story nonetheless, right? Even if I was faking it, but no, I don't have any reason to fake it. I just thought it was an interesting story to tell. I thought you guys would like it. But yeah, so kind of a short video, I thought I'd kind of do something to hold you over for the next Resident Evil episode, which should be out soon. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope it was an interesting story. I hope it kind of made you think a little bit. But yeah, thank you guys. See ya.